What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Doing a bit of a different simulator home to here around today because I just got done filming my new iron reveal, my new iron purchase that I got, the P790 and P770 combo set. So I just filmed that. That should be the video right before this, and I figured while I'm out here and have everything set up, might as well put them to use and play my first home to here around with the new clubs. So doing a local course that you've seen I think a couple times. I played a scramble here with Punch Greens Golf. This is Laurel Lane Golf Club in Rhode Island. Gonna give this a go. I know the course, so I figured might as well do something. Who knows, my yardages are probably gonna be all over the place with these new clubs for at least the next couple weeks, if not a couple months, really getting used to them. But I figured I'd play a somewhat local course that I've played in real life before and kind of know the layout of. So we're gonna give it a go. I did mention it in the other video, but I went back to the extra stiff shaft that came with my Stealth 2 driver. I lowered it just a tad, one click. So instead of 8 degrees playing 10, it's closer to like 9.5 right now, 9.25, whatever the one click down is. But extra stiff shaft, there was a pretty glaring difference. I think one of the bigger things that I noticed going from the Sim 2 irons to these P770s and P790s were the extra stiff, heavier shafts that I got with these new irons. So I think this is, although I may experiment in the future with cutting this driver down and re-gripping it, I do think that the extra stiff is better suited for my game. Should be some more control. Granted, I'm not going to see quite as much distance because the shaft isn't going to flex as much coming through and get as much speed, but should be able to get some better control, and I think it should be better suited for my game. So like always, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, DIY stance mat, Callaway super fast balls, 10x7 nets, and home to here you're seeing within the Garmin golf apps. So let's get through 18 holes here and see how this goes. First hole, par 4, 405, down 9 yards. We're going to aim up this right side. I played with for the first time 2 days ago. I mentioned it in the iron reveal video, but when I got them the first day, I took I think it was 300 shots I had within the Garmin on the driving range the first day I got them. Then the day after I came out and probably hit closer to like 500. And then 2 days after that, I went and played on course. It was like 20 degrees colder. It's about 60 degrees right now. It's going to get down to 40 again tomorrow. And when I played the other day, it was like 40. So I think the fatigue early in the morning and the colder temperature reduce some of the distances, but we'll see how this goes here. Decent strike out to the right. We'll see if it comes back. Looks like it is. .275, good start. And then kind of continuing on what I was saying with the driver, although less flex because it's an extra stiff compared to my 3-wood shaft that I had before in it, which was just stiff. It was 73 grams, that 3-wood shaft that you guys have been seeing me use. This one is the Hazardous RDX Black. It's 60 grams instead of 73. So a little bit lighter, but it's longer. So in theory, the longer club, you should be able to generate more speed, but because it's stiffer, it's not going to flex as much, like I said. So kind of a trade-off between distance and speed on some of them. But all right, second shot into this green now, 133 down 1. So I'm going to go pitching wedge. I've been seeing about 135 out of this pitching wedge. We'll see what we can get here, strike depending. Thin, popped it up towards the right. I may catch the front right, we'll see. Yeah, just barely. Got it there though. I do like the feedback on these clubs, so if you guys didn't see the other video, basically the new irons, it's a combo set, so 4, 5, and 6 are the 2019 P790s, and then 7 through Approach Wedge are the 2020 P770s, so a little bit smaller, a little bit less forgiveness. Tougher to hit, but better control, more workability. Not that I work the ball anyways. I just try to hit it as straight as possible. But they are more consistent from what I'm seeing. Probably, again, a lot to do with the extra stiff shafts in them, but we'll see how we go. These are going to be my clubs for the foreseeable future. I mentioned in the other video that the Sim 2s, at the time when I got them, it was kind of a novelty of having a matching set with my dad. He had 20-year-old clubs at that point. He really needed new clubs, so he got the Sim 2s and regular flex graphite shaft. I figured I'd get those too, knowing that I eventually wanted to upgrade to something like this. But the only other step from these would be going either full 770s or doing a combo set of like the MCs. I don't see myself ever playing full-on blades, so not too much more further down that I can go with these. So I see myself using these for a good 5 to 10 years. I may obviously upgrade to a newer set of P770s or something like that, but for my game level, I don't see myself going to anything more challenging and less distance, less forgiveness like an MC, but we'll see. Second hole, par 5, dogleg right. This is a hole that I would lay up, and I'm probably going to do that here too. So 221, I'm going to go 4-iron. Been seeing about 225 if I strike it well. We're going to go 4-iron out there. Low and left, but I hit it decent. That should be fine. It might be into those trees over on the left, but decent strike. Get down. .230 with the rollout. I was kind of babying the clubs too. First time using them on course, you don't want to get them dirty, you don't want to nick them up or anything, but I think back here in the simulator I can swing a little bit freer. I don't have to worry about losing the ball and messing up the clubs, so probably going to be swinging a little bit quicker than I was the other day on course. 243 now into this green. We'll go for hybrid. Usually about a 245 club. I didn't even hit this I didn't hit any of the hybrids the other day on course. I was more focused and excited to use the irons, so I haven't hit this club in a while. Also on course, that was my first time playing on course a couple days ago in like a month and a half, so that was a whole factor. I forgot to mention that in the last video, but 4 hybrid. Popped it up to the right. That's gonna have to go. It's coming back a little bit though. Get a bounce. Go, go, go. Alright. Generous roll out, but that's kind of the case here in Home Tee Hero with the no putting and whatnot. Is that gonna be a bird? It is. Alright. On to the third hole, which is gonna be a par 3. Like I said, I played this course a decent amount of time, so I kind of know what I got myself into. I kind of have an idea of what's up next, what I need to do. We are playing from the furthest back tees, but third hole par 3, we're 1 under, 179 down 1, so 178, and I got to start to think. So, 8-iron's going to come up short, so I'm going to go 7. I've been seeing about 185 with this 7-iron. Occasionally get up into the 190s if I hit it thin. Just going to swing somewhat smooth with it. Thin and left. That's going to get down. Land soft. Sit, sit, sit. Ooh, just barely. All right, fourth hole, par 4. 361. There's water over there, so I think we're just gonna leave it down the middle. Low on the face, thin and right. That could be trouble. Real life, that may have been in the water. That was a poor strike. I don't deserve 260 out of that, but it is what it is with the rollout. Alright, 101 into this green. So I'm going to go about a 75% approach wedge. This approach wedge is 51 degrees. So a full one, I've been seeing about 115, 120. I think about 75% should put us pretty close to about 100. Thin and left. Not too bad though. And it's a weird combination with these P770s, especially the scoring irons. Smaller club face, obviously the sweet spot smaller, less forgiving, but they are more consistent, so it's kind of a weird trade-off between, you would think they would be harder to hit, but sometimes, even on the not so great strikes, they are more forgiving than you would think. 2 under, I don't know if we deserve that, but 351, 5th hole par 4. We're going to aim up to the right. Hit a little bit better, but still out to the right. And we aimed right. Come back just a little bit. Alright, staying in. .255. Figured gonna be having new irons, a whole experiment factor. Might as well go back to the other shaft and add that into the new equation, but alright, 102, we're in the rough, down 5, and then we need another 10 yards, so that brings us to 97, so we need 107. It's going to be the same thing going approach wedge. Still left, but it was hit a little bit better, a little bit toey. Sit. So far, so good. All right, 6th hole par 4. This is way up hill in real life. 231 up 5, so 236. I guess we'll go 4 hybrid off the deck. If I hit it good, it's gonna be too much club, but I don't think I can get the 4 iron there. A little bit thin out to the right. We'll see though. I didn't hit that great, so it could be a decent distance if it doesn't hit those trees. Get underneath them. Oh, massive bounce forward. Well, struck it halfway decent at least. That was kind of an in-between number. I could have laid up, I guess, with the 4 iron, but I would have just been 10-15 yards short instead of 10-15 yards long with this one. But 16 yards, 10%, another, call it 2, so 18. Gonna go 60. Caught it a little bit heavy, pushed it right. It'll be on the green, but oh, we stay inside the +1. We're getting lucky today. birdie. Don't know if we deserve that, but got to play with what we got here. All right, 7th hole, par 3. Moving our way through this. 227. Gonna go 4-iron. Oh, that was so low on the face. Thin to win, maybe. Not exactly what we were looking for there, but we got a chance to save par. 25 yards. We'll go 56. Should be decent. Oh, Garmin didn't read that one. I gotta remember to ground the club before on these shorter, more delicate shots. That was a decent strike too. Oh, and then I thin it. Sit. Hopefully that stays on the back side. Alright. Wish I could have used the first one, but bogey, gave one back. It was bound to happen at some point. It scratched my arm up getting the ball on that iron video. Alright, still 2 under though. 8th hole, par 4, dogleg left. This one, you actually go right through these trees here, right at the green. That's what I do in real life, but we're gonna aim out here to the right. I guess we'll go there. And when I played a couple days ago, all the tee boxes were moved up, so it wasn't quite this far. I think it was like 280 to the green. Might even been less than that. High on the face towards the toe. Gonna be kind of a pop-up out to the right, but it's coming back. Whoa, massive bounce forward. All right, 18 yards. We'll go 60. I tried it on that one. Seemed like it actually worked out a little bit. I saw a video last night. I had the Golf Channel on while I was doing stuff, and there was, I forget who the guy was. He was from the senior tour, and he just had like a quick 30-second tip. And one of the things was, he said for longer drives, be a little more upright. And he said one of the big things was, in your takeaway, feel like someone's pointing a gun or shooting you in the shoulder, he said, and work on really getting that shoulder, this right shoulder for us righties, kind of backing out of the way. You get a bigger shoulder turn and hip turn, and then when you're coming through, feel like you're kind of jumping up off of the off your left leg. I didn't do the whole jumping off thing, but I tried on that one to try to get a deeper turn with the shoulders. 60 degree. A little bit thin, that's probably gonna be too much, but that'll be on the back side. Alright, 9th hole, par 4. This hole has a bunch of solar panels now on the right side. It was, we were looking at them, people shank their drivers and they put massive, big like spider marks, similar to like how you would hit glass, all on the solar panels. Luckily I didn't do that, and they don't have them here in Home to Hero, but low and up the left. I gotta work on. I tried to do the shoulder thing again. It does feel like I can get a little bit faster into it, but I think consistency until I really work on that. If that's the route I'm gonna go, probably gonna suffer a little bit. Maybe I won't keep doing that. That's probably better suited for a range session out here than trying to do it while I'm playing, but only 240 on that one. All right, 125 down 1. So I'm gonna go smooth pitching wedge. A little bit toe, he struck it pretty good. We'll see, that might be long right. And it is long right, but luckily we're on the green. Thankfully, Home Tee Hero is a little more, or a lot more forgiving here than real life. On to the back 9 we go. What's a Home Tee Hero back here? Video without a plane going over. Never fails. 2 of them. Those are 2 like Army planes. Or Air Force, I guess. 10th hole, par 4, onto the back 9, 2 under, 373, 256 right there. We're going to cheat this right side a little bit. That's out to the right, and we aimed right. Luckily the hole kind of goes that way. Oh, we caught 1 tree. We caught 2 trees. Just give us a look. 209. Now I got that shoulder thing stuck in my head. I shouldn't have mentioned that. I hit the first couple decent. Or the first one at least. Alright. Now we got some work to do. So I am probably just going to lay up considering we have trees here. So 167 to the hole. It wants us to go 94. I could cheat it a little bit right, but I don't love this tree. That's the shorter trees that are in front of us. So I'm going to go with 94, and then the rough is going to be another 17. So 93 with the slope plus 10 is 103. 110. Just going to go about 90% approach wedge out into the middle. A little bit left, but I hit decent. That should be about 115. That may be into the rough on the other side, but sit. Yep, just creeped into it. That was actually even further because of the rough, but I did pull that a little bit, so. Alright, 77 down 3, and we're in the rough. So 74 plus another 7, 8, like 82-ish. I took the 52 out of my back completely because this pitching or this approach wedge is 51. So this is going to be obviously only a 1 degree difference. Is about 3 yards. So I'm going to essentially use this the same as I was my 52. So this is going to be a choke down. About 75%. A little bit heavy, popped it up. That might be too much still. Get down. Swung too much at that. Luckily it landed soft. Not sure if the Garmin's picking up maybe a different launch angle or possibly some of the spin numbers. But these are obviously the weaker lofts. They have more spin on them compared to my Loft Jack Sim 2s. So that did land pretty soft, and I was seeing that on course. I don't know if Garmin's seeing that or not, but 1 under, 11th hole par 4, 305. Not going to try to do anything special with this drive. Just going to try to put it out there. Not too bad. A little bit high on the face, should work its way back. It's actually relatively close to the center for once. Oddly enough, I switched this a couple days ago. It was the second day I came out here after getting the irons, and I was striking it really well with this longer shaft. I was kind of worried about consistency would go down the tubes with this extra stiff driver shaft compared to the 3-wood, but only 255 I think that was, but not too bad. We're in a decent spot. 59 yards, 10%, so we need another 6, so 65. Gonna be a touch kind of controlled approach wedge shot here. Toey and pull to left, that's going to be too much. Way too much. Alright, 26 yards going back the other way. Down 1 and 10%, so 25. Need like 27 and a half. Gonna go 56. Should be about 25. Push it a little bit right. Go. All right. Save the par. 12th hole, par 4. I think we'll leave it where it is. We'll go a little bit right. Decent strike, a little bit low on the face, but should work its way back left. That was decently struck. A little bit of a low launch, but it's going to run out. 274. All right, 46. Back to the approach wedge. Hit a leave on my backswing. That might be too much again, but I struck a decent. Sit, 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 sit. Nope. Goes to show, new irons still doesn't mean you're going to play well. Those control shots, distance control, especially with the wedges, still not there. Gonna go 60 degree, 13 yards. We're in the rough, so need about 14. Kind of chunked it, but we'll see. I didn't ground the club either. That one actually could have been one of those where you don't hit a grain, you get lucky, but I'm gonna ground the club this time and do it again. That was struck better, but that's probably closer to 20. That's gonna be a little bit long. Landed soft though. All right, 14th hole, par 4. 326. We'll keep it there. A little bit high on the face. It'll be fine though. All right, 60 yards. Gonna be approach wedge again. Let's see if we can actually get one that's close to the distance we're looking for. 60 yards, and then we're in there up, so 66. A little bit thin, but it may work out. That'll do. Grab some water quick. Camera's still going, which is always good. Oh, we're only at 33 minutes playing this quick. All right, 14th hole, par 4, 375. Low in the face to the left. That may be tree trouble. Oh, we just got to buy it. All right, 115. All right, so this is going to be closer to a full approach wedge. Must say I have been enjoying hitting these new irons. Right when I say that, a little bit thin toe side. Go. The shorter, more condensed club head though does make you focus on your strike, really keeping your eye on the ball, which is good. All right, 15th par 3. Granted 2, I mean we're 2 under. I don't know if we're playing that good, but this is a course I've played a bunch of times in real life, so I kind of know this pretty well. Probably wouldn't be playing this well on a course that I didn't know, but it is what it is. That's why I did this on purpose. 154 down 3, so 151. We're gonna go 9. Low, thin, toey, but it might work out. Land soft. It's crazy, I'm thinking the distances have more to do with the speed foam that they inject in these clubs. My Sim 2s didn't have those, but I think the extra stiff shafts too, and just the fact that a little bit thinner sole, I'm making a little bit better contact. Granted, that one was thin, but it is kind of surprising I'm seeing similar distances despite these things being about a club weaker than the Sim 2s. Still 2 under, 16th hole, par 5, 463. Oh, my neighbor's has like an air compressor or something going. My apologies if you can hear that. Decent strike, out to the right, pretty close to the middle of the club face though. Gonna get some rollout in the fairway. 282. All right, 181 up 1. So I guess 7-iron. Thin and left. It's not going to be a terrible distance, but wasn't a great strike. I think the other thing too, the other day when I was on course, things were coming up shorter because of all the things I mentioned, and the second day I came out here, I was catching things thin lately with my Sim 2, launching them a little bit lower than I was used to. So I did kind of work on just kind of like tilting my shoulders up a little bit, and I was doing that a little bit on course, so I think that was killing some distance versus more of that hitting down on a lower piercing ball flight. But a little bit better here today. 17th hole, we got 2 holes left, 3 under, par 3, 154 going back to the 9. Plus 2, you got to consider. Perfect lie here every time. Granted, I obviously like hitting off grass better, but you got balls that are sitting down, sitting up, uneven stances, whatnot. Not exactly apples to apples when you're playing on course versus back here. Pop that one up a little bit. My left hand slipped a little bit. Still going to be decent, but may need to go just a little bit. Alright, pretty good shot, all things considered. May end up playing one more back here, we'll see. Alright, 518, 18th hole par 5, we're 4 under somehow. This one is tricky. Last time when I played this on course the other day, I laid up, so I think I'm going to do that again. No shot I get up and over that water. How far do we have to this water? 278. Actually, I can probably hit driver considering we're from the further back tees here. Oh, that was low and left. That's going to be tree trouble. Luckily, we're just underneath that tree in front of it, so I think we're clear. All right, 261 to this green, 241 there. Go 4 hybrid. Let's kind of bunt something up there. It is a par 5, so. Struck a decent, but that's going to be spinny and out to the right. Now that I'm going extra stiff with everything, I am in the search of. Gotta decide if I want to go. Again, gotta play with these irons more to see how far I'm consistently hitting like the 4 and 5 irons, but I'll probably end up going extra stiff, either a 3-wood or like a stronger adjustable lofted 3 hybrid and then 4 hybrid in the extra stiff versus these stiff. I do like these hybrids, but they are only stiff, and I do think I'll see a little bit better dispersion and consistency with the extra stiff. 28 yards up one. I'm gonna go 56. Maybe a little bit long. Yep. But I think that's still a par. And we pieced together actually a pretty good round. Granted, again, I know this course pretty well, so All right, let's take a look at this. So, pretty good score from Laurel Lane Golf Club. We ended up with a 67 somehow, 4 under. We went 33 on the front, 34 on the back. Pretty clean scorecard. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birdies and only 2 bogeys. The rest were pars. 9 out of 14 fairways, we'll take that. 14 out of 18 greens in regulation. Shout out to the new irons. 30 putts, a little bit on the high side, but I mean, 4 under. We'll take that all day long for sure. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to get back into playing subscriber requested courses, get back into the Pete Dye series, and some other things that I was working on. I'll probably do a comparison video eventually of the Sim 2s and these. Not that there's a whole lot of difference and that you'll be able to tell from watching a video, but I may do that. And then I have one other type of like review type of video that I do, or actually 2. I have 2 videos. One of them is more of like a product review that I got recently, and then the other one, I have an idea of a video that I want to do relating to kind of the R10. But besides that, should be some more simulator courses coming your way. I'm actually down. I haven't played back here around course in a while, so I was down to only a few videos that I needed to edit. So I want to play some more back here and get kind of my stockpile of rounds that I played on camera back up, just in case I get injured or we have a stretch of bad weather, etc. So but that's what I have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any requests for a course you'd like to see me play, let me know the name of the course down below and the location, and then preferably just a little bit, like I always say, just a little bit of background information of why you want me to play it. But I'm going to wrap this one up here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the new irons, and I'll see you guys at the next course.